and we have a nerve block trainer here for us to do that with. So I think before we do that, we need to understand that using the ultrasound machine is quite a challenge when it comes to starting off and trying to keep a needle in the field of the ultrasound scanner. Formed beforehand, but that's not possible in all situations. So we're going to start off trying to find the second nerve down. So just moving the jelly around for a second, and using the linear probe in the transverse fashion, I can easily see 1, 2, 3 and 4 nerves with the probe transecting them. Ordinarily we would have prepared our needles and syringe beforehand. So I'm going to get a blunt tipped needle, and I'm going to draw up the saline here. Now when we're drawing things up to go into a patient, we can actually use a drawing up needle which will have a filter to make sure there's not been any foreign bodies in. Just going to get rid of the excess, and then taking the probe into my left hand because I'm right-handed, and once again finding the nerve and appreciating that the nerve is now in the middle of the screen. I'm going to approach with the bevel pointing downwards like so, which will let us easily infiltrate. And I'm looking at the marker on the probe, which will correspond with the centre of the screen. As I advance the probe in, we can see the needle appearing on the screen. If we're not sure about the location of the needle, we can actually jiggle the needle backwards and forwards, and we should be able to see that movement on the screen. Crucially, the blunted aspect of the needle should mean that this doesn't cause any risk of harm. If I change the probe into alignment longitudinally, then we can scan along the length of the nerve. Let's just move to the one a bit further back here. As I suspected, I'm going to need to put a little bit more jelly on the trainer. The jelly is very important because that allows us to clearly transmit the ultrasound signal into the tissue that we're scanning. Okay, so I've transected the nerve, or with the ultrasound anyway, and then I'm moving into a longitudinal fashion. Crucially, when it comes to the nerves, we want to be careful about the positioning in terms of the tilt axis, because we can see on the screen here that changes the echogenicity of the nerve, and we want to make sure that we can see things as clearly as possible. So with the nerve on the screen, I'm going to attempt to introduce the needle a couple of mils in front of the marker on the probe, which should correspond to the centre of the screen. So I'm expecting I can see the probe ultrasound changing as I advance the needle. I can see things moving on the screen because of how I'm jiggling the needle. If I want to confirm that I've got the right location, I just pull back slightly to make sure I'm not in a vein, and then just infiltrate a little bit of fluid, and I can see that filling up on the screen there nicely. So at this point I'm going to make sure that I'm at the 5 o'clock position, and I'm going to move, and I can see the nerve and I can see the needle. I'm just going to pull back again, so again I know that I'm not in a vessel, and now I'm going to infiltrate, and I can see on the screen that fluid expanding from the tip of my needle. We want to be careful if we find particular resistance. We want to make sure that we're not against the structure, but because I can see the position of my needle, I know that's not the case, and I've not got any issues with resistance here. Okay, so we're drawing the needle and then putting that in a sharp spin. I'm then going to remove the probe, clean it off, and provide the patient with the means to clean themselves.